What's good, superstars? Back with another VV video. You got Superstar Joe. You got Superstar Rob in the building. How's it going, Rob? Oh yeah. You know what? I had to give you that late. Oh, the force, guys. If you are new here, do not forget, become a superstar. Smash the subscribe button down below. You'll be able to punch your friends through the camera, and they will feel your punches. That's what happens when you become a superstar. It's just crazy the amount of force that you will get. So become a superstar. Also smash the bell notification. You'll know whenever we post. It's great to see who comes on this channel. I mean, if you go back in time, you'll see all the great collabs that we've had, and we plan to have a bunch more in the near future. So definitely make sure you have the bell notification on so you know when we post. Superstar VIP, $2.99 a month. Hit the join button down below. You get a nice star next to your name, access to our drop spreadsheets. We got a bunch of analytical tools for the members on the community page. If you're in the VIP and you didn't know, go check it out. It's on the membership page of YouTube, and scroll down. You'll find a link to a Google Drive. Also, naming a star in the universe after somebody every single month, and we will advertise for you. We'll also post all our buys and sells. I've been on a buying spree. Something's been selling too, so if you guys want to see that, definitely join the VIP and let me know what you think. Shout out to all the VIPs who have been supporting us the entire time. Greatly appreciate you guys. And if you want to follow us on Twitter or Veve, check us out on Twitter, and in our profile we have our Veve profile, Instagram, and TikTok, and in the description our Discord, which is the new best place to hang out. Also, we have our PO box if you want to send us something. I know some people just sent us something this week. Some more stuff for giveaways. You guys are amazing. I can't wait to show it out when it comes in. You guys are just, honestly, you guys always blow our minds.
Yeah, it always surprises me because people love sending us things to help give away on our channel. We appreciate it. We love to do it as well.
Yeah, so one more thing I want to show you guys is McFarlane. They still got that promo on. It's until the end of the month. McFarlanetoys.digital. Go link your wallet to your email, and then use the same email account. Go in McFarlanetoystore.com and use one of those two codes if you would like to support us. If not, take the superstar off and just use the first half, and it will give you the same promo, but one free NFT for a $100 purchase, 3 free NFTs for a $300 purchase, and the 3 you get one of each. There's 3 different things dropping. With each one has 2 variants, but you'll make sure to get one of each character if you do the 300 plus. So we have to shout that out because my stuff's coming tomorrow. So we might be doing an unboxing on the channel if it's in time. If it's there in time.
First thing right at the beginning, just rip it open. It's like Christmas came early.
Exactly. I cannot wait to show you guys what I got. Cannot wait. Veve Twitter, we had a drop today, Black Panther. Some people were saying these might be some of the nicest covers ever on Veve.
I'm not convinced it's really gonna matter unless you're gonna go for like a hardcore Black Panther style showroom. So even though the covers are nice, I don't know. I just feel like it's not for me. It's not for me.
I really think that if they do comics in showroom the right way, where like you can blow it up as a wallpaper, which I'm hearing that wasn't going to be how they were going to do it, but if they did do it like that, I really think that covers would matter, and prices would kind of separate a little bit from IRL.
I think some of the covers will matter depending on how they can fit into like an artistic style concept. Like, somebody who's trying to build a vision, they will pay whatever they need to pay to get what they want.
What if they only let you put like a slab on the wall though? Like, and it has to be like this big. I don't know.
I don't know. Or they're gonna have a bookshelf in the background that you just like hang them on. I don't know.
Let me blow it up full size wallpaper. You know what I mean?
That would be cool.
Show off the artwork.
That'd be very cool.
That was today. I didn't go for it. Rob didn't go for it. I might end up scooping some of them in the secondary if they get low enough, but not on my priority list right now.
No chance.
Attention holders of any Decon mascot or Hype Bow collectible. Today's the last day to enter to win Designer Con weekend passes. So make sure you go enter that. It was posted 8 hours ago, so you've got until the end of today, it looks like. We already got our passes, so we don't need to enter this. But if you aren't coming yet and you would like to come and get a chance at some free passes, it's going to be a great time, I think.
We need more of this. Like, that's the kind of utility. It's although small, that's the kind of utility we want to start seeing more often on this app. So I think it's a good step in the right direction. Shout
out to Superstar Reese and Superstar Puddin Cheeks for putting on an AMA today regarding the OUP. If you guys were in there, we were popping in and out, listening to it. Because whenever Puddin Cheeks especially is talking, because he doesn't talk very often in public forum, but when he does, I always love to listen because he's a very, very smart guy, and he always has like that creative side. If you guys have not seen his YouTube channel, I don't know if you knew he had one, but definitely go check that out. But great guy. And Reese, same. Reese was on our channel. We threw the best AMA of all time when Reese was on the channel. So we continue to hope to have future AMAs or community stuff with the team. And hopefully you guys enjoyed that. I'm happy that they're doing this, that they're getting out there and they're answering questions now that they've dropped the book and they didn't just leave it there and walk away.
I'm not even ready to ask questions yet. Like, I haven't even had a chance to go through all this yet. Like, the amount of information that's on the OMI portal, the website, is just insane. So I really gotta take my time and go through it. How many have to go? I have to probably read it twice. I don't think I'm gonna even be able to read it once. I think I have to go through it twice to really start grasping everything that's going on and really try to like make connections and have good questions. But yeah, we have put it on the channel as well. And of course, we have Reese with the greatest AMA of all time, which is just universally accepted. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean the one thing I do like about that thing you got pulled up there is where you can give a suggestion. I think it's like one of the last sections, because I love the gold tickets thing. I just think that I should be able to like unwrap a chocolate bar, and inside the chocolate bar, if I'm lucky, I get a golden ticket. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like there needs to be some kind of chocolate bars in this OUP program somewhere. But that's just me.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's so much to go over, and we can make suggestions too. As a community, we can come up with questions and suggestions. So we'll go from there.
Yep. So anyways, there's also another Black Panther book coming out. It is the first appearance of Shuri. So I think that's the new Black Panther, right? Spoiler alert.
What year is that one? This
is 2005.
Okay, cool.
So you also have one of my favorite artists in the comic books, Nicoletta Baldar, is back. She uses the Superstar Money colors all the time on her covers. I think she did the America Chavez or Kamala Khan, one of those books.
Yeah.
With the big star. I think it was Chavez in the background. So very, very excited to see this one on the left here, especially because of the colors in our showroom.
We know. We figured out her style now. We asked her to come on the channel. I don't think she ever responded.
she knows we caught her. That's what it was.
She knows we got her.
She's showing off her cover work and fantastic artwork. I love her art.
Very nice.
Hopefully, I don't know if she'll be at Decon, but that would be cool.
If she is, I mean, I asked David Yu this right on the chat, and Alex and David Yu, when I was on the spaces there with Beneverse Life and Veve Magic, and they told me everybody was going to be there. I said, which artists are coming? They said everyone.
Even the comic book artists.
I don't know. I guess so. I don't know.
Cool. So this is our profile today. We weren't that active, but shout out to being real with you today, having his 1 year birthday. I mean, I just had mine. I don't know if you even figured yours out yet, Rob.
I haven't even spent the time yet to actually go and look up when my birthday is.
You don't want to have belated birthday wishes, Rob. We need to make sure that we know when it is and we can post it. All right. So definitely check it out, guys. Force Rob to check it out. And if he misses it, we're gonna have hashtag blame Rob in the comments.
After this video, when we shut her down, I'll do it.
There you go. So, I mean, shout out to him. I mean, he's got a huge collection here. He's got 448 collectibles, 124 comics. That's a lot to do in a year. So, really, really cool. And he's a millionaire. So, nice. He's definitely pro Veve.
Yeah, he's all in. He's all in.
This guy, I feel like, is on our timeline more than our own posts. Jackda 95 went for 5 blind boxes, and he ended up getting everything.
Some of us just have more juju than others.
Unbelievable.
Jackda is one of them.
He's a VIP, and he's been there since like day one, I think, of the VIP membership.
Oh yeah.
So he definitely this is my favorite. My best friend Juju is always there for me. So he knows.
We're not saying that you have to subscribe. We're not saying you have to become a VIP. All we're stating are the facts. Jack does a VIP, and he has amazing juju. He even admits it every time. Yep. Reese came on the channel. He said full out that juju is real. So, I mean, take it for what it's worth.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know how much else we can help. I put this tweet out. A lot of controversy on our tweeting today. I don't know what's going on, but it looks like DC NFT official is fixing their Superman 1 drop issues by providing affected users with a complimentary Black Adam comic. Were you affected? Is this enough? Also, when Bond airdrop correction, that's like for Alex to answer. But anyway, we put this out, and it was just like honest question. We want to know if you guys are happy. I mean, this didn't affect me or you, so I think it affected some of our fam. But I mean, we had some comments. One of which was our buddy Sleeping Comics, as you can tell. We got the fresh hats on. My mom told me don't say anything if you don't have anything nice to say. And you guys were like questioning if he's talking about us. But I mean, he even went to clarify it, saying he wasn't referring to us. He was referring to the way that they handle the situation. And we always thought that. I mean, we know Sleepin's a stand-up dude, so we're not zero worries on this.
I never even thought about, honestly, I didn't even think that could be possible. I think it was that one comment right there by Veve Digital Collectibles. He sometimes doesn't have the nicest thing. He sometimes doesn't have the nicest things to say about us for whatever reason. But you know, like sometimes, you know, if you're gonna make a statement like he made, at least be right about it. You know what I mean? Like
exactly.
It's hard to be like us and be right at least half the time. But at least if you're gonna go and, you know, use some meany words, just try to make sure you get the context.
Yeah. So a lot of different opinions actually, which is something that we wanted to hear. People said like, shout out RoboChop, Bob. One of my favorite follows on Twitter, by the way.
Yeah.
He got Jim Lee to come out and talk to him. So I mean, we gotta have RoboChop on the channel. But
yeah,
they're also very smart by handing out the least desirable comic. They could have waited and timed it for something better.
He's just calling them out straight. Give the guy credit. He's just calling them out.
I mean, he's showing the price, £2 for this comic book in real life, and then you go from one that's like $8 million, $8 million to £2.
He's just spitting facts with that. Like,
look at this, back to back. It's plenty. I'm embarrassed for that.
Yeah. Superstar Stroker wasn't very happy about the whole ordeal. He said he's done.
I mean, a lot of people are back and forth on this. But I mean, that's why I wanted to start the conversation. And Mo Fresh got restricted on DC. You know why they restricted him? Because he hit 3 Vaders on drop, 3 Ultra.
That's
Vaders
why
on drop. They can't have him hitting 3 Supermans.
I can't believe the Juju doesn't work for him on other platforms. I thought it did. I thought it worked on other platforms. I don't know what happened there.
We have to reach out to the CEO over there and talk to him. Make sure that they understand that they need the Juju work in there. It's only good for the product. We
don't really do like Palm NFT content. I mean, the one time that we did, Jim Lee had to come out of the woodwork. But I mean, we should consider maybe standing up for some of our superstars and pointing some of these issues out. But I don't know. I don't know if we should get involved again after the last time what happened.
Jim, I know you're watching, so I mean, just reach out in the DMs and we'll get you on and we'll cover the project. No problem.
Yeah.
And guys, yesterday it was funny. I just found it funny because the day before we had the video about how things will never get to all-time highs. And then yesterday we did the other side of it and we said how things will get to all-time highs. And everyone was so confused. But I mean, that was just, again, an example of the type of content that we put out here. We try to cover all perspectives, and we try to. It's basically like debate night. You know, you try to talk about one side of an argument, and then the next day you talk about another side, and that's what we do here. Everybody has a voice, and we want to make sure that all the voices get heard as best we can project them for this space.
That's it. I mean, we had some comments. I mean, it can be a little bit. I think some of our viewers and I are used to this. I know back in the day when we used to do this a lot, we'd get people like, "Oh, but yesterday you just said this." We're trying to cover both sides of the story, especially with something so uncertain like the future of Veve and the future of the space. Obviously, we believe that we can have very good, opportunities going forward on Veve and the space. But in the near term, there is a discussion to be had about whether it will ever be able to, at least some of these collectibles, maybe some of them, a lot of people in the comments saying, well, maybe the Grails will be able to hit their all-time highs and go past it. And maybe some of the more lesser known NFTs may not be. Maybe utility is going to trump FA. I don't know. There's lots of different discussions here. We're just creating the conversation, and it's just to create some fun, some fun right now.
Yeah, and it's all going to depend on the path that Veve and the community decides to take. I mean, we're going to all set that path together in the meantime. But anyway, you guys see the title of the video. I think it's going to be a little bit controversial, as we love to do, but investing or collecting the scarce items on Veve, it just might not matter anymore. I mean, we have a couple examples here that we want to talk about. I actually have a little story I want to talk about. So, Rob, why don't you pull up your screen, because you got, I think, most of them pulled up, and then we'll go through some examples. You
used 2 words, right? You said investing, collecting. Let's be real here. Veve's an investing app, but anyways, Illazillas. Okay, this is kind of like a no-name IP in the sense that it's nothing compared to Disney, Star Wars, whatever, right? You have 444 of the wood element, and like that is scarce. Like that is actually insanely scarce if you think about it. And it's only trading at 60 gems. Okay, only 60 gems. There's only 444 of these. Veve probably holds 60 of them, whatever. They hold 40, 90, whatever it is. It doesn't really matter. So there's even less than what we have shown here. And it is trading at 60 gems. This is literally proof that we're entering into a market and probably going forward where scarcity is not necessarily king. I think when Veve first started, it was all about scarcity. Scarcity is king. Scarcity will always be the thing that creates value. I'm not convinced that scarcity alone is enough to create value. And this is further supported by big IP, Star Wars, big IP Star Wars. The Lola over here is trading at 196 gems. It's under 200 gems. There's only 477 of these. And you know there's less because Veve holds, what is it, 90, Joe, or is it 40?
They hold, I think Marvel holds 90 of each.
90?
I don't know. I don't remember for Star Wars what it is.
Okay, well, regardless, whatever
Even
it
if
is,
it's 90. Yeah.
this is scarce, and this is Star Wars elitist. Like Star Wars elitist says, and then C3PO, 477 of these ones. Secret rare C3PO. Look at him in his normal form. And even this is only at 620 gems right now. So this is now the greatest IP I can literally think of. Obviously, that's debatable, but come on, this is Star Wars. And on top of that, you have only 477 of them, and it's still only 600 gems. And we've seen all-time highs in the past, well over that.
Yeah,
well over that.
What you're showing is basically the first example you gave is showing something that's not large IP, but very, very scarce or scarce, whatever you guys say. But 400 editions. We're going to say 400 editions is scarce because if something came out with 400 editions in the summer, even, I mean, it would have done ridiculously well. So this going for under 100 is actually an absolute joke. If you think about it, I mean, we all know that Donnie, I think, is like 150 or something, and it's like in the hundreds of thousands of dollars. And then you have the Star Wars IP. We got the Lola, and you got the C3PO, and this is not even like this is under 200 gems for the Lola. So even with a little bit of IP, even if it's not the best character, but then we get over to the like one of the better characters in that series, and not even not even cracking 1,000. This reminds me of one thing on the app. And when this came out, everybody was in shock because it was such a disparity between typical mints and how many mints came out of ASM 252. So if you remember when this came out, it was a big deal because there's only 1,000 of them. Might not be the most popular sought after book in the real world. First appearance of the Venom suit on Spider-Man or whatever. If you look at Go Collect, a 9.6 is only garnering like $425. So it's not the most sought after book in the real world, but because it was so scarce, it was something that people wanted. And I think there's 400 of the common or something, 420 maybe of the commons. And you can see this is a different time when it came out, and it's holding some of that value. But for me, I had one of these. I picked one up. I think it was like 1,800 gems. I ended up selling one off not too long ago. And my reasoning was Veve seems to be coming out with more scarce items. And if they do come out with another 1,000 comic book run and it's better quality or better IP, how's it gonna fare? I mean, we also seen that I think there was the one where you got the guy running into the car. It was a promo pack, and we don't know how many there are of that one. I think Veve Fox might have done a video, and it was very scarce as well, but still not doing the same. Very cool cover. I think this cover here definitely can hold its own. It's like one of the nicest covers on the app, but I do feel like very, very, I guess overvalue might not be the word because this is what it's priced at, but I feel like maybe the hype train on this might not be as strong moving forward because the more and more items that come out that are scarce, we're seeing it in the collectible realm right now. So what happens when it happens in the comic book realm? I'd love to hear what you guys have to say about that as well.
Yeah, like look at the price disparity here. In the physical world, like the whole thing about comics is that they're actually a measure to the physical world. This comic book doesn't really have the value, that physical world value to back it up. So right now the community is really just assessing the price because back in when it first came out, it was and I think it remains one of the most scarce comics that there are on the app. So people are buying them. I think at this point people are diamond handing them, which has helped holding the price up. But if you really think about it, as the market continues to drop, can it really hold like 1,400, 1,300 gems? Are those even selling? Like, I came here, I don't see any sale prices here.
Oh, it doesn't show you?
Doesn't show us. So is it even selling like at 1,400 gems? Because if you had 1,400 gems in this kind of market, like, wouldn't you just want to like finish the Star Wars set? Or like, wouldn't you want to go and, I don't know, like pick maybe a physical world value? Like I'm feeling like this specific comic is almost overvalued still. I think we already did a video that it's the most overvalued thing on the app. It was like $3,000 at the time that we did it.
Yeah.
Now it's down to 1,300. I think it remains one of the most overvalued things on the app. There's just no good measure. And I love your point. As more and more scarce things come out, it almost takes away that draw that, oh, this is so scarce, you know?
Yeah, no, I like what you said there too. I mean, the fact that there's other things on the app that people are going to look at, like, doesn't even have to do with scarcity. It's like, am I going to spend $1,300 on this where I can get C-3PO full color
and R2D2
and R2D2
and Lola?
You get the whole set.
You get the whole set.
You could probably get a couple R2D2s and C3PO instead of this. So that's what I mean. Like, people are going to start to do this comparison game. Gems are tight. You guys all know that. This was one of the reasons why I sold this book. Actually, I sold it for less than it's listed for right now. I think I sold it for like $1,250 or $1,205, something like that. I can't remember. But I said, you know what? Let me get rid of this now, because long term, the way I'm looking at this is, and when I first bought this, it was bought for a flip. I bought it around 1,800 because I thought that it would go back up just because of the scarcity. But then Veve kept dropping more scarce items, and we see Miles. Like Miles, I think, is the one exception because it's the huge IP and it's very, very scarce. Like, it's, I think, 1/3 of that secret rare is like 1/3 of the mints of the C3PO, and it has the FA and it's animated. So there's a lot of layers on that one. So it's almost like Veve has to put something that's out of the park, where they have scarcity, IP, FA, animation, and if they do that and they put something out like super scarce, then you'll start to see the big numbers again. But I mean, even Miles is coming down a little bit now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, everything will eventually, as the bear market continues, prices will continue to drag down. Now, with these very, very scarce items, what I will give it is that if you do have a committed group of diamond handers that bought this, then there's very, very few sales movement. You could help keep a price up, even if it's not selling. You could just say, guys, you know, we're a small group of people. Maybe they have like a Discord, who knows? And they're like, guys, just don't sell it less than 1,300, or like, don't sell it less than this price. And when you're that scarce, you might be able, with like maybe even you don't even need everyone on board. Even with like 25, 30% of the people on board, slowly the guys that list it get bought up by another diamond hander, that they can kind of control that and regulate that price, which is the nice thing about the scarce market. But at the same time, even as we showed, even amazing IP that's scarce sometimes doesn't meet a value expectation that we think that it can. So scarcity alone isn't enough. And I think going in the future, utility, you know, metaverse capabilities, actual usability, I think will trump all. If you have scarcity plus that, you're really, really going to kill it. Especially if you have scarce things that aren't even FA, right? Yeah. Like, then that long-term valuation isn't quite there anymore. So you really need to have something to benefit it. And we know Veve already said that these skeletons aren't set up, that it's just a one-to-one correlation, maybe one day in the future, but we're probably a very, very long ways out from that. So scarcity alone isn't enough.
I'm trying to find one that, like, again, IP is definitely important, because there was one that I just recently bought. I think it was a Sket one. I think I paid, they have 666 editions. I paid 16 gems. Like,
yeah,
16 gems. And honestly, like, I just thought, like, how are they this cheap? And this is where we started to think about this idea here. Yeah, I paid that's the one. I paid 16 gems. So
found it right here.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just, you just can't say I'm gonna buy. I mean, the nice thing though is if we do get a hype cycle, maybe the 16 can go to 20 very quickly, and 25 very quickly, right? Or 32 and double very quickly.
Yeah, I think the thing here is that maybe scarcity isn't the only item. I think that's what the summary is here. Is scarcity alone it doesn't seem to be driving the market anymore, and the more and more scarce items that come to Veve, the less and less impact that this will have if you don't have other aspects as IP. I guess even for comics, it's probably IRL value. I mean, if you get another comic book that is very, very important in the real world, and it has 1,000 editions, it should do better than ASM 252, and if not, take away some of that market share, because people holding that book are like, I have the most scarce book in the app, right? But I have a feeling that we might see numbers like that again.
They might have to, right? They got to bring the fun back to drop.
Yeah.
I want to know what everyone else watching right now thinks. Let us know below your thoughts on today's video. Do you think that scarcity alone matters? Do you prefer still to buy scarce things even over something that maybe is a more popular brand or more popular collectible with higher mints? Do you have a scarcity strategy that you want to share with us below? Let us know in the comments below. And if you haven't already, don't forget, become a superstar, smash the subscribe button, join the Superstar fam, and hit the bell notification button so you get our videos every single day. We haven't missed. Our eyes are bloodshot, but we will keep going. Also, Superstar VIP, $2.99 a month. We appreciate all our supporters, all of our VIP members. Thank you guys. Get a star beside your name in the comments. Get a potential to win our giveaway of a star in the universe named after you. Get our spreadsheets, analytical spreadsheets that you can use to benefit. Get our buys and sells and more. You can get advertisements. It's very underutilized. We would love to advertise for you. Guys, thank you guys all so much for watching and all your support. Take care. We'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.
Love you. Bye.